Toppers. Kids who are every high school's most accomplished students. They seem to have life figured out and have probably even decided which school their kids will attend in the future. But do these toppers actually have everything figured out? Or are they just putting up a facade? Do they just keep studying? Or do they actually have a life outside of school? Are they special? Or are they just like the rest of us? To answer questions like these and many more, I met up with 4 high school toppers who agreed to take me inside the mind of a topper. Hey, how are you? So, do you like school?
Like school, like what? School teaching part, school sports part,
Whatever you...
school in general, yeah.
In general. And why?
Because you get to meet people there. Like if you're at home, you're just on your own.
Mhm.
At school, you meet different kind of people, diverse people. You get to know about their lives. It kind of affects your life.
I like attending school, and I think it's a good foundation for students to gain new perspectives from different people and learn subjects in like a very good environment. But I think sometimes it's restricted. It's because in school it's more about education always, okay, and so students don't become all-rounders.
I love going to school. I love the whole vibe. I love my friends, teachers, school, classroom, and I love studying.
I like school to an extent because school gives you opportunities to, get to socialize, meet new people, interact with new people. But one thing that I don't like about school is the amount of time that it takes up,
So, have you always been a topper, or was there a tipping point somewhere in your school life that just changed it?
I think A levels, but of course everyone have downfalls in their lives. Okay, you can't have a flat graph that is just success, because you only realize the importance of success when you have downfalls.
From grade 4 or grade 5, I started to come top 5, so like 5th and 4th, and I was consistent in coming 4th until like grade 7, I think so, where I started to come top 3. So that was my starting point to becoming a topper.
Aditi and I have been together. She knows. Yes, I was never like my primary school. No, I was not a topper. I was just an average student. Aditi was my inspiration. We were in the same class, and then I'm like, if Aditi can do it, why can I not?
Are you gifted, or do you think it's just by sheer practice?
Practice.
Okay, can I say both? So sometimes you have certain abilities by birth, so you're gifted, like it comes naturally. Maths comes naturally to me, okay? But by practicing, I specialize in it. So you can be both. You're gifted with the ability, and then by practicing, you specialize in it.
I would say I'm gifted to an extent. It's a good gift, of course, but the practice is also there. It's not like you're just gifted and you just go in an exam without studying and you'll pass. It doesn't work like that. So you have to work hard as well. But I feel God has blessed me also with the ability to understand more easier than others.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm gifted, to be very honest, because I believe you make your own destiny. Okay, so there's nothing like being gifted. Like every topper or someone who just is the best in their field have gone there through their share of hard work. So even I have gone through a lot of hard work, and I used to work hard. And that's the reason where I am today. Like whatever grades I get is because of my hard work. And I think I own the fact that I have done my share of hard work, and the people around me have done their share of hard work to make me successful, or not yet successful, but yeah, reach where I am. So it's not just destiny, or it's not just luck, but it's through consistent persistence and hard work, of course.
Shifting to your habits now, what motivates you?
It's just like you have to get the thing done to do something in the future. Like when you plan to go to universities, you know that you have a certain requirement for you to enter that university. So there's a certain grades that you have to achieve to get ahead in life. So my motivation is just to get the work done basically, because in the future it's like if you don't do it now, then you'll suffer. So it's like an investment. You have to prepare now as hard as you can, and then your future will be much more easier for you.
Since childhood, I've had this dream that I want to be a doctor. I want to be a surgeon, and it's not just for myself. It's for my family. It's for my parents who worked so hard on me. Because when a person succeeds, it's not just them that's successful, right? You gain a lot of learning from people around you because you see people suffering. So you just want to help them out. I want to go all out to help the people in the world around.
I would say for me, my biggest motivator is my dad. He is already 50 years old, but he's still studying and he still gets 98, 99, and I really respect him for that. And I think when I see him, I see, my future reflection in him. Like, I want to be him. I don't want to stop studying.
My goals, like what I want to achieve, if it's in front of me, yes, I know I can do it. I'll do it, yeah.
What does your study schedule look like?
So it might surprise a lot of people, but I actually only study 1 hour a day, except for Sunday. So Sunday is my rest day, and from Monday to Saturday I usually spend 1 hour to study. So maybe from 7 to 8 I will study, but during that 1 hour I study very effectively. So I don't take breaks between 7 to 8, but I will fully focus my attention on studying only.
No, not too specific. Like I just don't make those timetables kind of a stuff, because I know that eventually when I make a timetable, it's never going to be followed, because there are things that always come, right? So like they interrupt your schedule, and that could lead to a lower motivation. I don't have a timetable. Maybe I can write my goals on a day-to-day level. So like maybe like today I have to do this. I have to finish it before sleeping. I do study on a daily basis, so like you can say 4 hours or something. 4 hours of not continuous studying, of course, with breaks.
So during school time, I try to finish all my homeworks in school, because we normally have free periods, and then at home I can do additional past paper questions, or just go over the content we went through at school. But for me, it's kind of opposite, because if I take breaks, like even 15 minutes, then I'll just become lazy and I will want to relax the whole day. And that's why I don't take breaks, because I think that they're not a very good use of my time. Like even in those 15 minutes, I can go through one topic.
Do you think after the exam, the content you've studied stays with you? Or if it does, how long does it stay with you?
It doesn't at all, because even if you ask me any concepts of Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, I don't even remember any of them.
How much do you think how much have you self-studied, and how much do you think it has helped you?
Self-study most of the time. The teacher is like not going to give you all the information. So yes, like you said, reading the textbook from the starting page to the ending page is self-studying. So self-studying is important because, most of the time in class, I'm not even studying. We're just chilling at the back. So most of it is just self-studying.
And I think it's also important because, like, for example, in uni, you can't expect the professor to teach you everything. You have to self-research and, gain your own exposure to the subject. So I think self-study is really important in life. You can't always be dependent on someone to tell you everything.
Even if a teacher didn't exist in my life, I would still get the grades I get, because it usually used to be my hard work before going to school, and then that topic was taught in school. I think 90% of what I am today is because of self-study. Because, it depends. Now, some people have good teachers, some people don't have good teachers. So if you don't have a good teacher and you keep on ranting about how you don't have a good teacher and you cannot succeed because you don't have a good teacher, I think that's not right. You have the potential within you, like everyone has the potential within themselves, that they can study through it. And there's so many things, there's so many resources like YouTube, Instagram, and all that stuff that can help you gain knowledge, on things which you don't know.
Yeah, next up is, how do you handle your distractions?
Switch off the phone. I usually have my mom to come and check on me, because my mom will make sure I'm determined. So if I'm, kind of distracted, or if I see a message on my phone, I want to see, my mom will be like, Aditi, I'm taking your phone away. Or she'll be like, Aditi, can you please study? It's time. So, she's always there to, make sure that I'm studying and I'm not distracted.
I think the biggest reason these days most of us are distracted is our phones, okay? And it's phones and social media. And that's the very reason I do not have any social media account. So my phone is usually like just in the cupboard or something like that, where whenever you need to use it for something productive, that's when I touch it.
So I don't really get distracted because I say I only study 1 hour per day. So when I study that 1 hour per day, I'm fully in the zone to study, and there's always 23 more hours to get distracted. So I don't mind that.
Wait, don't you feel that many distractions does that affect your ability to, gain information?
No, I don't think it does actually, because when I study, the thing that I'm watching or whatever I'm reading or anything, like I have to understand it before moving on. So if I'm doing a certain topic, I have to finish understanding it. If I don't understand it, then I'll just go to other sources. You can go to websites. There's a lot of sources, YouTube and all that. But when I fully understand the topic, then I move on.
What is your life like outside of school and studying?
I do not have a great answer to this, but again, I don't think I have a very social life, okay? And I travel less, but when I do travel, it's the most fun. But I like traveling, okay? That's the most fun part of my life, okay? I love traveling. One more thing I just remembered. Politics. Like I like watching news and stuff like that. I like keeping up with what's going on in the world. So every single day, there's a time where I just go watch news because I belong to Pakistan. So like I like watching Pakistani news.
Like I go for football, badminton sometimes. Other times I just play chess or something. Anything that I like.
Extracurricular sports, I play throwball, badminton, table tennis, volunteering, a lot of stuffs. 50% of it is just studying. My life, the rest of 50% is not studying. I'm not even going to lie. So I try to spend most of my time with my family members. We're also an extended family. They need my time. I need them.
I do play some sports. I mainly play throwball. And then other times I just hang out with my sisters because normally I'm studying all day. I don't get time to, hang out with them and all. But I also enjoy reading some books. My dad brings self-help books and I will read some self-help books. Honestly, I'm a very boring person. Yeah, until my teacher told me you need to get a life outside school.
Now, you teach your fellow friends as well. And I'm also a recipient of that teaching and those crash courses.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like your teaching others has impacted or affected your ability to do well in exams?
Yeah, so I think to teach is actually one of the most important factors which helps you to retain the information that you study. And if I teach, I get to learn as well because you're just strengthening that information that you already have.
That's what most of my teachers say. If in CIEs, you have to answer like you're explaining to a little child that does not know anything about the topic. So, and if you can explain it, there you go, you get your marks. It's like when you explain to a child that does not know anything, it's like you have understood the topic. And if you get stuck, yes, you know that you didn't understand the topic.
What do you think differentiates you from the average high schooler?
So I feel like I mentioned before, I set my goals for every day and then not go to sleep before I achieve them. So it's not like doing everything in one day, one night before exam. I try to do little every day till the end. So it's not very stressful one day before the exam.
I will study even if it's not there in the curriculum. Like, just, for fun, if I'm interested in a topic, I will want to do more research in it and, go that extra mile. But I think so many high schoolers will just end where the curriculum ends and they'll be like, this is enough to pass for the exams. I don't need to go further. So I think that sometimes, I feel like it's important to go that step further. I mean, yeah, it's enough to pass your exams, but if it's your interest, why are you limiting yourself? Why even bring those limitations in your life? Never put a boundary to anything. Like, always go ahead and ahead, because trust me, even after the degree in university, there's still going to be a lot that you don't know.
I feel it's the ability to be consistent every day to study. So like, most people, they study only 1-2 weeks before exam. I think they don't really do it every day consistently. And even me, I feel lazy sometimes to study, but it's just that the motivation to get things done, to make your future easier.
So we tend to lose our motivation and inspiration to reach our goals. So that inner motivation that you had, that childhood motivation that you had to reach your goal should not just falter after you reach your old age. So you need to have the same enthusiasm towards your goal.
What would you change about your school life if given the chance?
Nothing. I think I'm grateful for everything that I got during my school life.
I mean, I had less extracurricular activities, but I was satisfied. I had a lot of studying, but that's what I needed.
Because I'm not a very sporty kind of a person, although I love sports, but I haven't given enough importance to extracurricular in my school life, I think. And I realized this in A levels. So I joined more of sports and, the social service kind of thing in my O levels. So I think I should have joined it from the start, like since O levels.
Maybe what I would do is skip school more often actually, because
That's
the
a
fact
very
that-
unconventional answer.
yeah, it's pretty surprising. But as I said, I don't really study from school a lot. I study mostly from YouTube and all that.
If there was no social aspect of school, right, so it's just one-on-one tutoring, would you still attend?
No, I wouldn't, because knowing that mitochondria is the power of the cell won't get you anywhere in life. You have to specialize in other stuff as well, other topics. You have to be street smart as well as being book smart. So
I think what you say can be summarized by a quote, which is, school does not prepare you for life, it prepares you for college.
yeah.
No.
That was very blunt and quick.
I pretty much go there for the social life. Yes, if it's like that, I can just study myself at home.
Mhm.
YouTube, yeah, it has pretty much everything. So I go to school for the other things besides studying, you could say.
I wouldn't attend that school as well. I mean, if that's the case, like she said, there are online courses that you can do and still study, because it's not the effective way of studying, because you're just getting one perspective, your own, or the teachers. You're not getting the perspectives from other students.
What does the future hold for you?
Honestly, knowing how I am and how determined I am to fulfill my career path, I already see myself as one of the handfuls of actuaries in Tanzania. Like, I'm just that confident that I know I can do it.
The future holds great things, and I believe that I'm gonna do great things in my life, academically and personally throughout. And I believe I will turn out to be a very good physician who would give free services.
So, do you have any advice for future toppers?
Being a topper is not necessary, honestly. I mean, you can be a topper by cramming and still not understand stuff. You're still the same species. You're still studying with them. You're in the same class. I think what's important is you should understand the concept. You should not aim to be a topper. You should aim to understand what you're learning and aim to specialize in what you like to do.
How about you? Any future advice?
Believe in yourself. It's the progress that you want to make. So it's not like a must that you have to be a topper. You just have to be satisfied with the progress that you made. If you didn't progress, then make sure that you do practice, work harder. It's not a must to be the topper.
So like what most people do is they set ambitious goals. Like they will study whole night or they'll study 4 to 5 hours a day. Obviously, you won't be able to maintain that habit.
Yeah.
There was this one book that I read, Atomic Habits, said that you have to set small goals first. So like there's a 1% increase that you have to do every day. So maybe you start with small goals like studying 30 minutes a day or even 15 minutes a day. But you have to keep on increasing it slowly by slowly. So per week maybe you increase 10 minutes. That will help.
Start from day one, work hard from day one, and have a goal to achieve. So you're not just working in the air. You need to have a particular destination, and you need to have a lot of patience within you, because you do not gain success overnight, and the success that comes overnight does not last long, because I've seen people who just become successful overnight, and I mean, there's no hard work into that. When you have hard work into something, you gain the importance of that thing, you gain the passion to work towards it for a longer period of time.
So, this is what the inside of a topper's mind looks like. After talking to these high performers, I realized that they all had one thing in common: relentless determination to reach their clearly set out goals. And I believe that this is the key to become a high performer in any field. You need to know where you're going, Then take the necessary steps to reach there, and keep performing these steps consistently until you do. I didn't make this video to show you what the life of a topper looks like, or to encourage anyone to become a topper. I made this video for the high schoolers out there who are struggling with their grades, feel like shit, and have no idea where they're going in life. I made it so that they can get a glimpse of what the mindset of these high achievers looks like, and how they're not actually very different from themselves. And I hope that at least one kid out there realizes that he or she has the potential to change the world within himself or herself, no matter what he or she currently thinks. I'd like to end the video by giving a huge thanks to the 4 speakers who were kind enough to share their insights, thoughts, experiences, and journey with us. I'm also very grateful for my friends who helped me record, edit, and make this video possible. And finally, I'm thankful for you, the viewer, without whom this channel would not exist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.